Hey Board Game Maniacs, Maniac Rob here with the other two Maniacs. We got Maniac Shelly and Maniac Brady. And we're here to play another installment than none other than Octoberween. Woo! Again, this is pre-recorded footage. It is not really October, but everybody knows how busy I get around that time of year, so we're doing it so we have a cover. You can still comment down below. Let us know what you think of the game, and any rules mistakes you may come down below. Timestamp it and refer to a page number. We are playing Terror Below. This here is a game that we just got on the weekend. And the reason why I jumped at this is because it reminded me of one of my favorite movies of all times. And probably one of Shelly's favorite movies too as well. Isn't it, Shelly?
Yeah.
And what movie is that it reminds you of?
Tremors.
Tremors, that's right. With Kevin Bacon and Paul Ward.
No, Fred Ward.
Fred Ward, sorry, yeah, Fred Ward, not Paul Ward. Nope. Anyhow, so I'll show you the box cover here. This is very new. It just was released recently, but you're going to see it in October, so it's going to be out probably like 2 months after the release date, because this is roughly around the middle or end of August. And we're just going to go in, we're going to look at the characters, and if you want to know the instructions on how to play this game, this is not a video that you want to watch to learn. You can learn from what we're doing, but there's a lot of videos out there, or there will be a lot of videos out there for tutorials on how to play. If there's going to be not many, I will shoot a tutorial video, but right now, this is just a video for the month of Octoberween. You can see all of the horrible worms that are lined up and waiting to just attack and kill one of us, because I'm sure it's going to attack us, and hopefully we'll be successful in surviving. Let's look at each of our captains that we have. We're not going to go over the other characters unless our captain dies and we have to be forced to use another character. Alright, Shelly, who did you get? I know it's just randomly drawing 3 cards and then you pick one as a captain. Who did you pick as a captain?
Taxi driver Grady.
Taxi driver Grady?
Yes.
And what is his special ability?
Gain 1 additional action point each turn. It can only be used for movement.
1 additional action point. That is very good, because the highest card action count is 7, I think. So you'll be able to get 8 action points. That's really good. And Grady, Brady. Who did you pick for your captain?
Life Coach Sebastian.
Life Coach Sebastian? Mm-hmm. And what is his special ability?
I get to have 4 vehicle cards instead of 3.
4 vehicle cards. So the maximum hand limit per character is 3 vehicle cards, which are the green cards with the arrows on the back. But because you have your Life Coach Sebastian, it gives you 4 instead of 3. That could come in handy. And my character is Dr. Tom. He's a strategist. You may play an additional vehicle card as a distraction on your turn. Only resolve the distraction arrows on the card. And that is who I picked. I have like the brownish SUV. Shelly has the green army, it looks like. And Brady has like the white sedan. You can see how the board is set up, so we have all of the bonuses set up here, and we have all of the eggs and the rubble set out. Now, there's 1 extra egg, and the reason why is because it does say in the rule book, for a 3-player game, you draw an extra worm card, and you place it accordingly. Now, you can see I already drew the 3 worms randomly, so we have a boomer, we have a screamer, and we have another screamer. And it is orange, purple, and purple. And the other one was a blue egg that you can see right here. Now we are going to have to pick a location, and that is where we start from. And how we determine that is just simple. The last person will lay the first miniature down, or the car miniature, vehicle miniature, on any location, then it's counterclockwise until the first player. And because Brady and I only play like 1 other game besides this, Brady, you're yawning. Stop yawning.
Help it. Sorry.
I guess I'd nominate myself to be first player just to go, and then it's going to be Brady's and then Shelly's, because Shelly never played this game before. So Shelly, you get to take your vehicle token and place it on any 1 location on the board. Shelly laid hers at the hospital, Brady laid his at the police station, And I laid mine at the government facility. And that is it. So now we're going to start going on to first player's turn, which will be me. I will play character or vehicle card, and we'll move on from there. Alright, so I'm going to place my first vehicle card, and again you can see the green with the arrows. Now I can place it on any one of these. So Brady's recording, by the way. He wants to learn how to do this so he can start recording some videos on the channel himself. Right, Brady?
Yep.
Alright, so good job. Now, this is really strange though, because I've never had anybody else record, like... Anyhow, alright, so I'm going to play 18 wheelers. It's got 7 action points. There's nothing down below for the distraction, but there's some special text. So I'm going to lay it on... Let's lay it on number 3. Right here. So after you lay it down, the next thing you do is you would resolve the distraction, but there's none. So now we're going to go on to my 7 movement points. Alrighty. So now I'm going to go 1 for the first action, 2 for my second, 3 for my third, 4, 5, 6, and I got one more left, and I'm going to grab that rubble. Actually, before I do that, because I picked up 3 rubble, I automatically go and I'm able to pick either an item card or a weapons card, and I'm choosing to pick a weapons card, and I know that. And we all start off with 1 item and 1 weapons card. Now these get back into the boulder cache, and I still have 1 more action point left. I'm just going to grab this 1 boulder by that blue egg, and that ends my movement phase. Now we have to resolve the small text that is onto this 18 wheeler. So move the nearest target token to your space. So the nearest target token would be 2, because it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's just determine it by this. So you can see here it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for 1, if I roll a 1, 2, I'm going to move that. For a 2, if I move 3 or 4, I'm going to move that one. 3, 4, so I move number 2. So I move it closer to my space, so it would move there. And that ends my turn. Correction, it says move to my space, so it's going to go right on my space. This is bad, because now I'm going to have a worm attack. I said it's bad because there'll be a worm attack, because after you finish your movement, everybody's turn, you have to resolve a worm attack. But because down here on the card, if you look, there's no spaces, so number 2 was here. If I had 2 cards here, then at the end of whoever's turn, then the worm would attack. But because there's no cards here, the worm don't attack, and I finish my turn. On to Brady's turn. What are you doing, Brady?
I'm playing a motorcycle.
And what are you playing it on? What one of these worms?
2.
Number 2. So with the motorcycle, it's 6 action points. There's nothing here for distraction. So now you go on to your 6 movement points. All right, Brady, do your movement.
1, 2,
Or action points, I should say.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Interesting. You're not picking up that orange egg. You have 3 rubble cards or boulder cards, so then you're able to pick up either an item or a weapon. All right. Now don't tell anybody who it is, because that is kept secret. Next phase would go on would be the well, it's first distraction and Brady's. Now we have to do this, which is move all target tokens 1 space closer to you. So Brady, all target tokens got to move 1 space closer to you. And there you have target token move, target token, and target token. So 1 target token is right on Brady's space. The target token I had is not on my space anymore. Now that ends Brady's turn, so then we got to check to see if a worm attack is going to happen. And as you can see, there's no amount of cards that are passing the value. So because of that, that ends Brady's turn, and we are on to Shelly's. Okay, Shelly, it is your turn, and what are you doing?
My vehicle.
Okay, so which one of these are you going to place it on? Okay, so you're doing a sedan. You have 4 action points. You have 2 distraction points. 2 distraction arrows, I should say, and move any target token 2 spaces. So therefore, first when you play it, what's wrong, Brady?
She could have taken out your leader, but she didn't.
Why do you want me to die already?
Because if you die, then it's closer for me and Shelly to win.
But the thing is I know what Shelly's planning. That's why she plays it on this and all that. Oh, I'm guessing this, so we'll see. Okay, so first thing is you take target number 1 and you move it 2 spaces to the right. Right, so that goes there. Now, after that is moved, you have 4 action points to do movement. You put your hand up because you said...
I actually get 5 because my captain actually gets 1 additional action point per turn.
Per turn, so you have 5 action points now. That action point, Shelly just informed me, it can only be used on movement only. So, go ahead, Shelly.
Movement.
That's your free action point. Now you have 4 left.
Can I pick up this?
Yep.
So that's...
Put it on your card. That's 1 action.
Point. That's 2.
Yep.
That's...
No, you can't
No?
do that. You have
Why
to be
not?
on the same space with the egg.
Okay. So that's 3.
Nope, you can't do that. So, but you picked that up first. That would be 3.
3.
And now you can move there for 4. But you
Okay.
can't pick the egg up. But you're in a good spot for next turn. All right, Shelly. So you just said you have a card you want to play?
Yeah.
An item card. And what is that?
Seismograph.
Seismograph?
Yeah. On your turn, discard this card to play a vehicle card face down under any worm as a distraction. Gain 1 VP.
So pick any one of your vehicle cards. And you're putting it there. I think there's a team up going on here.
How can it be a team up? I've never played this.
No, but you're listening to Brady here too.
I'm not listening to nobody.
So you played that, plus you get 1 victory point, correct?
Yes.
All right. First victory point goes to Shelly. Woo! Now that gets discarded. Next thing is we have to do the little small text, which is move any token 2 spaces. So any token 2 spaces you can move. Now, again, these are the target tokens.
Okay, and they can only move
up or down or left or right. They can't move diagonally. All right. So you put number 3 right there. So that finishes that. Now we have to see if a worm is going to attack. Now, because it is the worms, this Screamer has 2 card max limit. There's 2 cards onto it, so therefore this Screamer worm, which is number 2 target, is going to attack. But first we got to take this flip down card, face down card I should say, flip it over and resolve just the distraction first. So it's 2 arrows to the left.
Okay, hold on.
So 1 second there.
You missed it.
Shelly was kind enough to point out, I always forgot this step, again with the one game that we played yesterday, Brady and I, that after you do your movement, you have to refill your hand up to 3 cards max, or in this case for Brady, it would be 4. So we just pulled the other vehicle cards for that so that we could, keep up to date with the rules. Now, I'm going to move for the worm, target number 2, got to move 2 to the left. Now we have to move the target 2 spaces, but according to the rules, you move it over 1, and if there's no other spaces, the other one is just void. Now again, this could be that if the card was up here and said to move upward, it would be a void, and you would go to the next one, and if it said for up again, then you would do it, and so on and so forth. Does that make sense? So therefore, this is where the worm is going to go. So now I gotta find a purple egg, place it here, and then put all the rubble, and if the rubble touches any vehicle in that space, then that means the worm is attacking the vehicle. Now you can see where all the rubble's supposed to be placed. So looking at this, I just narrow escaped a worm attack. And because you cannot place rubble on locations, that one is just void. But a rubble was placed here, here, and here. I gotta be on camera for that, I'm not even watching. But anyhow, so no worm has attacked any of the vehicles, which is good. So next what you do is you're going to discard this, discard the cards, flip over new worm, put the egg down in the coordinates and so on, and we'll continue. And it does say location row 1, 5 spaces over. So you go 1, and you count 5 over, and you put the target right there, which is there. And that is it for spawning the new worm. Now, in Board Game Maniacs style, I'm not going to record every single move, but when something big happens, like a worm attack, or we do rubble or so on, we'll be back and record more. On my turn, I managed to pick up a blue egg. Woo! And by picking up the blue egg, because I only played 3 action points right here for the bicycle, and that ended my turn. Your turn, Brady. What are you doing?
Playing this.
Your vehicle card, what are you playing it on?
Boomer.
So you're going to play it on number 4. So this is the pickup truck. So therefore, target number 1 moves 1 to the left. So this target will move 1 to the left. And then you have 5 action points that you can do. So what is your 5 action points? What are you going to do? You're going to pick up the orange? Oh, no, because if you pick up, so that's 2 points.
1, 2.
And you got three rubble, so you get another weapons card. Continue on, Brady.
3, 4, 5.
Oh, you're trying to run away so you don't get caught in a worm fight.
Yeah.
So now we got to determine about a worm attack. For the worm attack, maximum of 4 that can be here before the worm attacks, and there's 4, and I played this face down card on one of my turns. So we flip this over, and again, we're only resolving the distraction. So number 1 is moving 3 spaces. What's wrong, Brady?
I'm gonna be hit anyway.
Oh, really? So again, this kind of put a hamper onto your plan. So that's 1, 2, it can't move anymore. So therefore, guess what, Brady?
What?
The worm is going, hold on.
What's the special test?
The special, that does not apply. You only apply the distraction points and flip down. So because of that, Brady's white car or sedan is where the worm is going to attack. Ouch. So now what we do is with Boomer, we take an orange worm, orange egg, and we place it right there first off. Next step you do is, for the Boomer card, you can see all the shaded areas around the egg. So we put boulders or rubble around, but we can't place in here, so we can't do that. So this is where the rubble has went. Now, the worm is going to attack, but Brady might have a chance to destroy this orange egg and the worm. So Brady, do you have any weapon cards that you want to play, or any item cards that will help out? And the card does have to specifically say when the worm attacks, but if you have a weapon card, it's usually played on the turn when the worm attacks. So, do you have any weapon card?
I'm first gonna play pistol.
Okay, and what does pistol tell you?
Discard during the worm attack and do 2 damage to the worm.
Okay, so right now, just to let you know too as well, is it's all or nothing. So that worm has a health of 10. You have to do full 10 damage to him.
I know.
So you're playing that. So far the worm has 2 damage. Do you have any other weapon cards that you can play?
I'm playing a semi-auto rifle.
And what does that tell you?
I roll 6 dice, and if I get a 5 or higher, the worm takes 2 damage for each 5 or higher.
6 dice?
Yep.
I gotta get more dice out. One moment. Okay, Brady, you got your 6 dice, and if you get 5 or higher, it deals extra damage. Is that what it says?
2 damage.
2 damage for each one. So roll your 6 dice.
Come on.
So far there's 8 so far. So that's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 4 damage. So Brady, again, it's all or nothing. So right now there's 4 health left. Do you have any card that you can play to stop it?
I'm dead.
Your leader will be dead. So life coach Sebastian has been killed by the worm. Brady. You still had 4 damage left to deal to the worm. But unfortunately you didn't, so do you know what that means?
I don't.
You take your hero card and you flip it face down. Or your leader card. Now this one, you nominate either one of these as a new leader. And if you had any eggs or rubble, they are lost too as well. They're dropped down on the space that you died. But this sedan now, the white sedan stays there, and on your next turn you're going to place it on any location that you want, and you start your turn over again. So 1 down, the worm has claimed a victim. Brady's captain has been sucked down into the dirt for worm food. We'll continue playing. When something else big happens, we will be back. On my turn, I managed to get up to the motel. I dropped off the egg and I grabbed 3 victory points because I completed the bounty of dropping the blue egg off at the motel, and plus because I dropped it off at the motel, I get an extra bonus 1 victory point, so I got 4 victory points, and I'm still able to continue my turn here. Onto the worms action for my turn. And there's 2 cards, it's max limit of 2, so then Boomer would attack. We place the worm here, and then we follow the rubble. Can't go to this location, so here, 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 and here, and Shelly's vehicle will be hit by rubble. Now, Shelly, you are being attacked by the worm, because pretty much the worm shot up through the ground, threw rubble everywhere, and the rubble is falling to hit you, because he didn't come up on your spot. So do you have any weapon cards that you want to play? Now again, excuse me, you don't have to play weapon cards if you don't want to.
Nope.
You don't? Do you have any item cards?
Nope.
No. So that means that unfortunately, Shelly bites the dust too as well. So because Shelly died, she loses any eggs that she's carrying and rubble that she's carrying too as well. She was carrying a purple egg, and it's your favorite color too, Shelly.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's actually more pink. The other ones are purple. The other ones on the board are
yes,
purple.
yes. Okay. Ooh, what? Yeah, that's right. That's weird. Oh, strange. Anyhow, so the egg dropped there, and the rubble. You had 2 rubble, but only 2 can occupy, so the other one just gets discarded. And now your hero is, or your leader's dead, and you get to pick.
I already picked him.
And who did you pick is going to be your next
Shepherd
leader?
Old George.
Shepherd Old George. What's his special abilities?
If a worm attacks Old George, you may choose to kill Old George. If you do, you defeat the worm.
Oh. So it's an automatic kill. Mm-hmm. It's like you jump into the worm's mouth and get him stuck in his throat and it dies.
Yep.
All right. It is on to Brady's turn now, and because his hero died, our captain died last turn, where do you want to place your white card?
The hospital.
On the hospital. So you start there, and now your turn just continues as normal. During Brady's turn from the hospital, he moved up and he picked up one of the eggs, the purple egg. Then it was on Shelly's turn, and she is spawning on government facility. So now, Shelly, you get to play one of your vehicle cards, and your turn continues as usual. On Shelly's turn, she has placed the 18-wheeler on number 3. Now, the worm is going to attack at the end of her turn. And we can all see where number 3 is located, which is right there, right beside mine. So, Shelly is hoping to try to attack me, but hopefully I don't think the worm is going to attack me. We'll see. We'll see, though, Shelly. So, you're going to continue on with your 7 action points. Now, it says, move the nearest target token to your space on Shelly's turn. So the 2 was here and it moved up to there. Now we have 3 cards on the Screamer and it has the max, so that means this worm is going to attack. So we have to replace the target token, which is right here, with another egg which is purple, but this here is already occupied by an egg, so we have to take the 2 dice and roll it to place the egg on another location. But the worm is still going to attack in the space where it was originated from. The worm there, the rubble went there, but unfortunately I did not get hit, which is good because I am not attacked. And even if it was, it can get attacked anyhow because I'm onto a location. That's right. So the worm does trigger off, so we're going to replace the worm, discard these cards, and we're moving on. On one of Brady's turn, he played a card, and what the card, item card, what was the card you played, Brady?
A suspicious briefcase.
Suspicious briefcase, and what does that tell you?
First, it might be full of money and it might be full of dog poop. You don't know. You're taking a risk.
Dog poop?
Yeah, you're taking a risk. You don't know.
Alright.
On my turn, I discard this card to discard up to 2 cards from the bounty line. Immediately replace them.
And you did that, and they were replaced with a delivery and another delivery.
And
So,
I also gain 1 victory point.
and you get 1 victory point. That's right. So that's really good card. That's a pretty good card, especially if you had 19 victory points and you played it. Then you would have won. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, it's still on to
19
you.
victory points away from winning.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Brady, your movement, what are you doing? Because you have 4 action points.
I'm going to move to the hospital and drop off an egg.
So 1, 2, so you drop off 1 egg. So you're dropping off the
Pink.
purplish, pinky kind of egg. And is there any bounty up there that will give you a
Nope.
bonus for that? Nope. But you do, however, get 1 victory point, and because it's the hospital, you can resurrect one of your players. It don't mean that your captain goes back to the top again. It just
I
means
know.
that you resurrected him.
He was a good card, so you know what.
Yeah, he was. So that's going to be, you're back up to your 3 players. Also too as well, he played an item card on his turn, which is called Stink Bomb, and he picked me to move me up to 3 spaces, and he moved me right there. And now if you see, the Screamer has 2 cards, the limit is 2, so the Screamer is going to attack. Now because of the 2 cards, the Screamer Worm that Brady lovely pointed out is going to attack. Now, first off, what we got to do is take the number 2, which is right here, and we'll replace it with a purplish egg, I guess?
Pink.
Pink egg then. So far we are still in good shape, but now we have to place the rubble, and on the card it's 4 rubble. So 1 rubble goes there. Ouch, it hit Shelly. Another rubble goes there. Another rubble goes there. And 1 rubble would go there, but the thing is it would not do it because there's 2 away. So therefore, I'm not being touched. Brady is laughing because, Brady, you tried to sabotage so the 2 of us would have to contend this worm. But because I'm lucky because that boulder did not hit me here, so I am safe, but now it's only Shelly. So Shelly, do you have a weapon card that you want to play?
Oh, I do. I have a very old weapon card.
An old weapon
It's
card?
very old and
It's rare.
Very rare. You're lucky if you get them at this age. We're gonna sacrifice George.
So, oh, you have George. And can you just read it for everybody, please?
Shepherd Old George. If a worm attacks Old George, you may choose to kill Old George. If you do, you defeat the worm.
So you're sacrificing George
Bye, George.
to get a victory point and kill the worm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's your victory point. Brady's got a big kick out of this for some reason. You are gone off. So the last person in your team is who? Let's have a moment of silence for George. He is a
Okay,
very old, brave soul because he sacrificed himself for your
he
team.
didn't sacrifice himself. I sacrificed for him.
But you are George, technically. Are you?
I can just imagine the last guy here and George sitting on the back of the truck and throwing him into the woods.
No. Pew! This here, what was that again, Shelley? This is an actual. This would be a perfect scene for one of the Tremors movies. So you have old George sitting in a rocking chair, out on his rickety old porch,
And taxi driver Grady comes by and pew into the worm.
that's right, the worm comes up and swallows poor George whole and chokes to death
Okay,
on
Brady.
his rocking chair and George. Trying, Brady.
It's hard to believe just a man going and flinging an old man. He just felt from a worm, a giant worm food.
I'm sorry, Brady, but I never understood one word you just said.
It's just hard to imagine a man throwing an old guy at a worm and the worm eating it, choking and dying.
His cane got stuck.
But it actually wasn't.
Giant toothpick.
It wasn't Grady that pushed him because Grady is dead.
No, it was me.
It was
It was
whoever you're
pottery
like-
making Alan.
Pottery making Alan. That makes it
Line, you gotta watch out for.
that just makes it even worse.
Pottery maker killed an old man.
Yeah, that's right. He probably skipped out on his pottery classes and stiffed them. That's what it was. So yeah, so poor George is gone, and we replaced the with the blaster now. So the
Give me
blaster
right
is
over
there. Don't laugh too much; you'd be choking on your cheesies.
I can't
Feed you to the worms.
Okay, worm phone. Continuing on. All right, Shelly, it's on your turn, and where you're gonna place your last vehicle character at?
I don't know.
Well, you gotta place it in one location.
I'm
Stop
not
helping her,
taking
Brady.
advice from you.
Yeah, you're the one that made her sacrifice.
You just made me sacrifice old man George.
You didn't sacrifice him. You threw him in.
No, actually I didn't. Pottery making Alan did.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And he's your leader now, and he's kind of a psychopath. And
So where are you gonna
Yeah.
place it at, Shelly?
I don't know.
It was payback for what my
Should
father
I
did.
pause?
You probably should, because I'm trying to think.
Okay. Shelly decided to place her vehicle at the motel because I guess she's
Needs a vacation.
No, I think what it is Pottery making Alan is hiding in the motel, hiding there from the police, the state police, because they know what he did. Ron and Winnie, Shelly's turn. So Shelly, you have a card in your hand and you're kind of...
Yeah, it says military satellite. At the start of your turn, roll both dice. If the target token is on the resulting coordinate, that worm is killed. If the player's pawn is there, their leader dies. Discard this card only when you hit something.
Oh, and what's it called again?
Military
Satellite. Nice. Okay, so roll the 2 dice. So
5 and 1.
and 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing.
So I don't discard. I get
You don't discard, but that is a good card. That's a pretty powerful card. And now you have to play a vehicle card and just continue on with your turn. On one of Shelly's other's turn, you still have your military satellite. So roll the 2 dice. So 2, 3. So 2, 1, that's 2, 3. So therefore,
the worm is killed if there wasn't any there.
no.
So close.
Yeah, because the target would have to be here, not the A.
I know.
But that was really close. But you still get to keep your military satellite, though. And then you can complete your turn as normal. It is on to one of my turns, and I have a military satellite the same as Shelly. So I roll 2 dice and compare the coordinates. So 3, 2. Well, there's 3, and there's 2. So 3, 1, 2. Oh, I'm not even on camera. So 1, 2. So that means number 2 worm is dead. And this is lucky because you know why? If I swing down to number 2, it is the queen. And that queen has 20 hit points. So very scary if we didn't do that. So my military satellite card is discarded. The queen is dead and I get 1 victory point. Correction on that, it said on the bottom of the card, which I did not see the little subtext, it says, if you are able to kill the queen, score 8 victory points. So therefore, I am at 12 victory points in total. I am in the lead, but I'm not going to celebrate because you know everybody knows what happens if you celebrate too early. On Shelly's turn, first you tried your military satellite again and you failed. Well, the roll just didn't, it fell short. So you're going to play another one of your weapon cards or item cards?
Weapons cards. Incubation Ray.
And what does it do?
On your turn, discard this card to gain 1 victory point and force all players to roll a dice for each egg in their possession. If any player rolls a 5 or higher, discard that egg.
Oh.
And their leader dies.
Oh, that's worse. So I don't have any eggs, but Brady has 1 orange
But,
egg.
but only if he rolls a 5 or higher.
Yeah, so
But no,
Brady,
my luck.
don't roll a 5 or higher. Go ahead, buddy. 3.
Yes.
So if he rolls lower, nothing happens?
Nothing.
Okay.
No. Just
That
5
was
or
lucky,
higher.
Brady. That was lucky. If it was me rolling, I definitely would have got it. So, Shelly, you can continue on with your turn. Do you know what you're doing? What card you're playing? What worm?
Does he have another incubation?
It'd be for you, the incubation.
Yeah, no.
Because I don't have any worms.
You mean eggs?
Eggs, yeah.
If you had a worm, you would be dead.
Oh, true. Oh, you're looking for something to mess me up, aren't you?
I wouldn't do that.
No, not at all.
No, Shelly would never do that.
We're still rolling, so what are you gonna play there, Shelly?
I'm gonna play some boots.
These boots are meant for
Walking.
kicking
And they're
and
walking
running away from
over.
worms. Because that's what these boots are gonna do, run away from worms. So, Shelly, you have to move number 2 target down and to the right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep. So number 2 target goes down and to the right. There you go. And then you got 2 action points.
1, 2.
All right. And now, when played, discard another vehicle card, gain additional action points equal to the number of value, except
yeah,
for
discard
7.
it.
So you are playing a motorcycle, which is 6 more action points. All right, Shelly, you got 6 more action points.
These are all falling over. Let's see.
Somebody seems to be getting involved into the game more.
1, 2, 3. Take that. I'll have a weapons card.
Another weapons card for you. And
Okay.
you have 3 more action points left.
One.
4, 5. Now you got 2.
No, I'm done because I pulled an egg.
Oh yes, that's right. So that ends your turn.
Oh, no.
No, that's right, because you got the pottery maker, and what does it say?
Because for each egg, I already had an egg there. I gain an additional action point.
So you get 2 more action points. 1, 2,
Oh, I'm here.
and you get another. Are you getting a weapons card or item card this time? You're getting
Weapons
loaded
card.
here. You're getting stacked.
The pottery maker is getting stacked because
Yeah.
of all the life insurance from the old man he killed.
Maybe that was his father or a distant relative that he put an insurance claim on.
Maybe.
So that ends your activation.
Yeah.
And then also too as well, because you played, oh, you already did that. We have to, when played, discard another.
I already did that.
You already did that. So now
already
it
moved
is
it.
on to the monsters or the worms, but there's no worms that will activate, as you can see there. So now it is on to my turn. On one of my other turns now, a couple of things have happened here, nothing too major, but I played a card, and I just had to record this last part, and I'm going to tell you and you why in just a moment. So I'm just finishing my movement here. Now, I am at the hospital. I already have a card because I did play 6, the motorcycle card you can see there. But I'm going to return this egg. So, Brady, could you take that into the depository for the egg?
Depository? What?
Egg depository. That's what it's called, isn't it?
The crick curtain.
The crick card?
The curtain.
The curtain, yes.
The
The
egg
curtain.
in the curtain.
Egg in the
Lost
curtain.
and found.
So because I delivered it, I checked my victory points. So, oh, thanks, Brady. So Brady already did this. So I get 4 points for that. So I'm going to drop that there. And we flip another one of these bounty things over. Oh, it's finally another hunt card. 3 hunts instead of delivery. When Brady and I played this last time, there was 4 hunt cards and no delivery. But anyhow, I delivered that, so I get 4 more. And the reason why I said I want to record the last step of this, stop yawning.
Past my bedtime.
It is past my bedtime. Oh, Brady, stop. And that is because I have to let you know something, everybody. And that is, let's count up my victory points. That's 4 and 4 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 1 more to boot.
But,
What's that?
Love you.
but, as it turns out, Dr. Tim was working for me, so I win.
I am the winner of Terror Below because whoever
Watch
hits
your back. Because Pottery Allen has no qualms about throwing you to the worms.
Oh yeah,
Pottery Allen has no
I don't
problems about murder.
trust anybody who does pottery in this game.
Especially if they're old, and I think Dr. Tim was pretty old. So.
Well, Doctor,
He's gonna
just
claim his
because
life
he's bald,
insurance.
it don't mean that he's old, Brady. Come on.
Anyone who goes bald is usually old.
Really.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Board Game Maniac, that is the game, Terror Below. I hope you enjoyed this video for one of the videos for Octoberween month. I had a lot of fun, I have to say. It can be very, very dangerous to play this, I guess, if you understand the strategy behind it. It took me probably till halfway through the game to pick up on the best playing strategy. Now, one thing I want to point out, talking about strategy-wise, is when you're playing your action cards, you want to try to place it on one of the worms so that you're going to move the target, and then, because remember, the worm attacks after the end of everybody's turn. So if you strategically place the worm there because you placed that card, they're going to be attacked. Because how many times did you die during this game, Brady?
Actually, I need to interrupt you about something. You said you should place your action card on one of the worms, and every turn you're going to play an action card on one of the worms, so that doesn't make any sense.
But I mean, on a worm that's going to make... Stop being a smartass and kicking your butt. But in either case, answer my question, Brady. Answer the question. How many times did you die during this game? Once, and then you resurrected yourself.
Yeah.
And Shelly, how many times did you die?
Well, technically got once. I
Once,
died.
that's right.
Second time, I got pushed.
Pottery Tim through
Pottery Allen. Pottery Maker Allen.
Well, actually, it's Pottery
Killed
Tim now because
the old elderly man. And what was his name again?
Old George.
Old George. Okay, so killed old George off.
Poor old George.
Yeah, poor old George. But in either case, I hope you enjoyed this game, Board Game Maniacs. If you want, again, this was a Kickstarter, and we were recording it in August. This was actually just shipped recently to all of the backers. And it wasn't very expensive. I think it was like under 60 Canadian, under 70 Canadian dollars. With all the expansions. And the expansions, we didn't play the expansions into this, but you do get a tank with the expansion, some more cards too as well, and you get this fancy dancy worm right here into the expansion. We didn't play with the expansion like I said, but I'm looking forward to possibly in the future playing the game again with the expansion and probably the max amount of players for this. Because what's say in the box here, Shell, for the amount of players? I think it's 5, yeah?
1 to 5.
1 to 5 players, so you can play solo mode.
Up.
That's very important. Age is 10 and up.
Well, it's good that
45 to 60 minutes.
Yep.
Unless we're playing with you guys.
Yeah, because again, we're still new. We had to do a lot of rules checks to make sure that we didn't mess it up that bad.
And it's good that you just made it to play this game because you know you're just 11, so it's good that you just made it.
I'm just 11. Oh yeah, no, I'm 12.
12.
Yeah,
I'm 12.
Yeah, you're just 2 years.
That's
yeah,
right.
That's right.
I'm 12.
It's good that you just.
I hope you enjoyed this. If you played this before, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the game. And comment if we made any rules mistakes. Refer to a page number and a timestamp so that we know exactly where we went wrong. So when we do play this again with all 5 players, which is going to be pretty hectic, that, you know, we're going to make less rules mistakes. And that's just that. So I hope you're having a good, safe, happy Octoberween. And look forward to the next video if this is not the last video in the series. So until next time, Board Game Maniacs, talk to everybody. Communication is key unless you're playing versus games such as this one, because you don't want to communicate with any of these two because they will sabotage you and try to kill you every time.
You sabotaged both of us more than we even sabotaged.
Because I failed out how to play.
I only sabotaged
strategy.
you once, and Shelly didn't sabotage you
Oh,
at all.
no. You tried to sabotage me, but that underneath card backfired, and you're the one that get hit. So it is your own fault on that, Brady.
Yeah, okay.
So there you go, Board Game Maniacs. Thank you very much for watching this. Like, subscribe if you haven't already to be entered into giveaways that are going on the channel constantly to try to be entered in, not try, but to be entered in to win a prize. So until next time, Board Game Maniacs, and that is...
Play games?
Never mind, I'm going to ask you because you're just going to say something silly too as well. And that is... Zzz, zzz, be a maniac.
Play games.
Hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to keep up to date with Board Game Maniacs, click on the like and subscribe button to be notified when more videos come available. If you want to become an official sponsor of Board Game Maniacs, go to patreon.com/BoardGameManiacs. Or you can go to streamlabs.com/BoardGameManiacs1. That's right, and you can donate to help keep the lights on, keep food in our bellies, and play more games. We'll purchase more games, more equipment to make Board Game Maniacs evolve and get bigger and larger. Because of you, the viewers, I thank you from the bottom of my toes to the top of my head for all of your support. And until next time, Board Game Maniacs, be a maniac.